Greetings, Lloyd here. This will be a Google Earth flyover tour of Sun City Summerlin. Sun City Summerlin is an age-restricted community located in the northwest part of the Las Vegas Valley. In the course of this tour, I'm going to be giving you some basic information with respect to the community. We will also hop around via Google Earth and try to take a fairly comprehensive look at the features and amenities. In addition, I'm going to include some of my own observations and opinions. I'm recording this tour on behalf of MillieFine.com and Millie Fine. Millie is a realtor here in Southern Nevada with Universal Realty. She has been actively listing and selling in Sun City Summerlin for well over 20 years. If you find you need more information on the community, I would highly advise that you go to her website, MillieFine.com. There you will find multiple property searches, all the community floor plans, lots of photos, and additional information. With that, let's get started with our tour. Should be zooming in on the community. First thing I'm going to do is bring my cursor onto the screen. I'm going to drag it around and try to give you a look at the boundaries of the community. Much of the eastern border right in through here is North Rampart Boulevard. All of the northern border up in through here is West Cheyenne Avenue. All of the western border is the SR 215 Beltway, otherwise known as the Bruce Woodbury Beltway. Part of the southern border in through here is Summerlin Parkway. And part of the eastern border is Anastasi Drive. Then the bulk of the southern border right in through here is West Lake Mead Boulevard, continuing back to where we started at North Rampart. Now for some basic information. Sun City Summerlin has 7,779 homes. Both freestanding as well as townhomes were built here. They are all single-story. They were built between the years of 1988 and 1999. The freestanding homes range in size from 1,107 square feet to just a little over 3,000. The builder Del Webb did offer some significant structural customization with what they call their Gold Key program, so you will find a few homes somewhat larger than that 3,000 square foot figure. Townhomes range in size from 1,020 square feet to a little over 1,700. They were basically built in three configurations: duplex, triplex, and fourplex style. There are several townhome sub-communities spread around the development. Now, there are more freestanding homes in Sun City Summerlin than there are townhomes, but in sheer number, there are more townhomes here than in any other local age-restricted community. Sun City Summerlin is a very large community, at least by local standards. It's the largest of all the local age-restricted options. It is somewhat larger than Sun City Anthem and is magnitudes larger than any of the other local age-restricted communities. Sun City Summerlin is a golf community, and now we're going to take a look at some of the golf courses. Bringing my cursor up, right here is the area of the Palm Valley course. It's a full-size 18-hole golf course. Next up the hill, right in through here, we have the Highland Falls Golf Course. Another full-size 18-hole golf course. Dropping down to the south, we have the Eagle Crest Golf Course. Now, Eagle Crest is an executive course. I think the yardage is around 4,000 yards. I'm going to bring my cursor down to the eastern perimeter. Right in through here, the elevation of Sun City Summerlin runs around 2,500 feet above sea level. And from here, heading west, there is a slow rise in elevation till I'd say about this point. And from here, the rise in elevation extending westward becomes much more pronounced till we get to the area of around the 215 Beltway, where the elevations of these homes can exceed 3,000 feet above sea level. Now, you would naturally expect some view from homes on the golf courses, but really this rapid rise in elevation allows a considerable number of homes off the golf courses to have some very respectable views. Along with the golf courses, there are a multitude of amenities at Sun City Summerlin. I'm going to be discussing them at some depth as I continue the tour. Next, we're going to be taking a look at the 4 community centers. First stop will be the Sun Shadow Center. This community was built east to west, and Sun Shadows was the first community center built and is the easternmost community center here, and it is also the smallest. I'm going to bring my cursor onto the screen. This area right here is an Olympic-sized indoor pool and spa. And also at Sun Shadows, they have an aerobics room, one of 3 aerobics areas in Sun City Summerlin, a card room, and a multi-purpose room. And moving outside, you can see the Bocce Courts right here. If you entered this community at the eastern entrance from Rampart Boulevard and head west on Del Webb Boulevard right in through here, Sun Shadows will be the first community center you will see, and it will be on the right. At this point, we're going to head west up the hill to the to the Mountain Shadow Center. Heading west. Here we are at Mountain Shadows. Bring my cursor onto the screen again. This area right here is a grand ballroom with a raised stage. I think the seating capacity here is around 300. Also in this building, there are some administrative offices in this area. Right next door over here are a number of club rooms surrounding a central courtyard. The clubs include lapidary, gold and silver, stained glass, and I think they also have quilting there now. These are not just rooms, but they are fully equipped facilities. Bringing the cursor down, you can see this large outdoor pool. Right in this building, there's an indoor spa, a fully equipped exercise room, a racquetball court, and by the way, Sun City Summerlin is the only local age-restricted community that offers racquetball. Moving outside, you can see some horseshoe pits right in through here. We have 6 tennis courts, 4 shuffleboard courts, and in this area, a miniature golf course. And just to the west, there's a grassy park-like area with some picnic tables. As you can see, this is a much larger complex. Right now, we're going to move further to the west up the hill to the Desert Vista Center. Heading to the west. And here we are at Desert Vista. This community center is at a much higher elevation, and there are some views from some of the outdoor areas as well as indoors. I'm going to bring the cursor onto the screen, get this outdoor patio area right in through here, right in through here, some nice valley views from these areas. And also over here, there's an outdoor pool and spa with some nice views. Inside, there's a central promenade right in through here. It has floor-to-ceiling glass windows to the west. Nice views here also. Right up here is what is called the model room. If you happen to walk by in the course of the daytime, you'll likely see several model builders at work. Also, in this particular wing, there are a couple of multi-purpose rooms. Moving the cursor down, right here, there's another grand ballroom with a raised stage. Also right in through here, a billiards room. And right in about here, there is a manned monitor station. Now, all these community centers have manned monitor stations to assist the residents. Moving down the promenade again. Right here, we have another fully equipped exercise room. Another Olympic-size indoor pool and spa. Another aerobics area. We've talked about the outdoor pool and spa. Now right here is somewhat obstructed by the trees, but this is a picnic area with some picnic tables and barbecues. Dropping the cursor down, you can see 4 more horseshoe pits, 4 more bocce courts, 4 more tennis courts, a couple of pickleball courts, and right here is the Security Patrol building. Now, the Security Patrol is a volunteer organization at Sun City Summerlin. Last count, I think they had about 240 volunteer members. They each agreed to provide at least 4 hours a week, and they provide 24-hour roaming security throughout the community. Well, I think that's about it for Desert Vista. Our next stop will be the Pinnacle Center. We will be moving further to the west and somewhat to the south. Moving to the west and south. And here we are at the Pinnacle Center. Now, the first feature, at least obvious to me, is right in here. This is a softball field. Sun City Summerlin is unique. There is no other local age-restricted community that has anything of the kind, or I should say of its kind. It's my opinion that Sun City Summerlin was simply more liberal with land, or Del Webb was more liberal with land when they built this community. It was their first venture in the valley. I think also, along with being more liberal with land for common area amenities, I think you'll find that the lot sizes in Sun City Summerlin are somewhat larger on average than the lot sizes in any of the other local age-restricted options. I'm going to move the cursor down. You can see there are 4 more tennis courts, a free-form pool and spa. I might point out too that this community center is at the highest elevation yet. Moving indoors, right in here we have another fully equipped exercise room. That would be the 3rd one here at Sun City Summerlin. Another aerobics area. That would be the 3rd aerobics area. I'm going to bring my cursor now up to the north. Right here in this area is a wood shop. It's a fully equipped wood shop. Sun City Anthem has an equivalent facility, but I'm not aware of any other community inside or outside age restricted that has anything like it. Also in this wing, there is a computer lab and computer classroom. Also, there's an art room for those of you that are interested in painting. Moving down to the next building, there's another promenade area right in through here. And this right here is the Performing Arts Center. It has stadium-style seating with a raised stage. There is an equivalent facility in Sun City Anthem and another one that's smaller and a little different at Sun City McDonald Ranch, but I'm not aware of any other community locally that has anything like it. There is a performing arts club at Sun City Summerlin, and they put on regular productions here. I took a look at the calendar of upcoming events, and it looks like they're bringing in, along with the performances of the Performing Arts Club, they're bringing in entertainment from outside just about every week. Right here, this rotunda area is the area of the Summit Restaurant. I lived in Sun City Summerlin for a few years, and I used to eat at the Summit Restaurant once in a while. And it has beautiful views from its floor-to-ceiling glass windows. It did subsequently close, but it's my understanding that now it is semi-reopened again. There's another little restaurant bar area right here, and you can purchase food in this area and bring it into the Summit Restaurant area. At least that's what I've been told. There is a terrace area right in through here, and it has some tables. One of my fondest memories of Sun City Summerlin is sitting out on this terrace in a late afternoon, summer afternoon, with a drink, looking out on the valley. I think it's time to move along on our tour. We're going to be moving back to the east. All right, moving to the east. Okay, this is the area of the Highland Falls Golf Course and Clubhouse. This is the clubhouse area right in here. And now right over here in this building, this wing, is the new Cavern at the Falls restaurant. Now, when I lived here, I believe it was called the Mesa Grill. It was a full service facility at the time, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I ate here all the time. It subsequently evolved into a counter service facility catering mostly to the golfers and with a limited menu. But it has recently reopened as a full service facility. It is now run by the Community Association and is not licensed out, and that looks like a change for the better. Now there are floor to ceiling windows right in through here, and these tables in this area have some great lake views. Now, weather permitting, there's some outside tables here. Some great golf views from this area. Going to move along again, further to the east. Moving to the east. Okay, we have several things to look at here. Moving my cursor under the screen, this shopping area is called Plaza South. It is roughly in the center of the community. Got a CVS pharmacy. When I lived here, I believe my primary care physician was in this building. Across the street, Plaza North, lots of retail and commercial. So I'm moving my cursor down. Right here is the Palm Valley Golf Club. And right over here, this is a restaurant facility adjacent to the golf course. It was here when I lived here. It has gone through a few incarnations, but now it is called the 5-Star Tavern. It's my understanding they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have a bar area with video poker. It is also my understanding that at least the bar area with the video poker is open 24 hours a day. We're going to move along now farther to the east and somewhat to the south to the Smith's Center. Now this is a large shopping area adjacent to the community. There's a Smith's grocery store, pharmacy, lots of restaurants and commercial, banks. We're going to zoom in now on the western portion of this Smith Center. Now right here, there's an entrance directly from the community into the rear of Smith Center. It's accessible via golf carts or pedestrians. It is a gated entrance. It is the only gate in Sun City Summerlin. In fact, you can see some parking spaces right in through here for golf carts. You can walk or take your golf cart, and you really don't need to go out onto the perimeter streets to visit this center. Sun City Summerlin is, at least in my opinion, far and away the most golf cart friendly of any of the local age restricted communities. All of the streets inside the community are golf cart friendly. Many of the smaller homes have golf cart areas in their garages, and many larger homes have golf cart garages. I had mentioned earlier the 4 configurations for townhomes, and I noticed right here, for example, we have some of the townhomes built in the 4-plex configuration. Okay, it's time to move along in our tour. Moving up Lake Mead Boulevard to the west. Okay, this is another shopping area on the, it would be on the southern perimeter of the community. Right here you can see a Walgreens, a Wells Fargo Bank, a Fresh and Easy Neighborhood Market, lots of commercial and retail. All this is accessible via golf cart if you have one. And right up here, the area under my cursor is a fire station with emergency medical services. Sun City Summerlin and Sun City Anthem, I think, in Henderson, these are the only 2 communities, to my knowledge, in age restricted that actually have emergency medical services right within the boundaries of the community. We're going to zoom out now to an overview again. Now, a commonly asked question is, how far is Sun City Summerlin from the airport strip area? When I lived here, if the traffic was reasonable, I could get from my house to the I-15 and Sahara in about 15 minutes. Now, depending on where you were going off the strip and exactly where on the strip you were headed, or if you were headed to the airport, I'm going to make a conservative estimate and say that that trip would run anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. Now, you can head down to the strip here via Summerlin Parkway. There are several routes out of Sun City Summerlin to the south that will take you down to Summerlin Parkway. And that's probably the closest way. Summerlin Parkway merges with the I-95, and then the I-95 merges with the I-15. It sounds somewhat complicated, but it's actually fairly easy to get down to the strip area. Another way to go would be you could take this Bruce Woodbury SR215 Beltway all the way around. It circles all the way around the valley, moves to the south and then to the east, and it intersects the strip towards the southern end of the strip. It would be another way to go, perhaps if the traffic was bad on Summerlin Parkway or the I-95. I might point out too that if you head down the SR215 and you head to the south, from the community, it's about 10 minutes down to Charleston. And right at Charleston, you've got some big box stores, Costco, Best Buy, and across the street you have the Red Rock Station Casino, as well as the new Summerlin Center shopping area, a beautiful brand new shopping area. Next, I would like to play devil's advocate for a bit and give you a critique in why Sun City Summerlin may not, in fact, be the community for you. First thing, the proximity to the Strip. Now, I talked about that earlier. There are many other age-restricted communities that are much closer. Some of the older communities, central communities, are really very, very close to the Strip Airport area. The next two factors have to do with the age of the community. First of which, demographics. This is a very subjective opinion, but I think the average age of the residents in Sun City Summerlin is somewhat older than the ages of residents in some of the subsequently developed age-restricted communities. Now, this may or may not be a concern for you, but if it is, I would advise you to pop into some of the community centers and take a look around. I think this would give you a very good feel. Secondly, the ages of the homes. Now, this is somewhat related to the demographics, but the first move-ins here were in 1988, and that's about 27, 28 years ago. Some homes over the years have been remodeled, but others may very well be in need of some updating. Keep in mind this community closed out about the time Sun City Anthem started. The average age of homes in Sun City Summerlin is about 10 years older than Sun City Anthem, just as an example. Now, lastly, and this may not be relevant to you, but if you're looking for a smaller 3-bedroom home and age restricted, this probably won't be the community either. Most of the 3-bedroom homes in Sun City Summerlin are 19 to 2,000 square feet or over. If you're looking for, say, something under 1,500 square feet with 3 full bedrooms, there are age-restricted communities that do have those, but it wouldn't be Sun City Summerlin. You would need to look at Sun City Aliante, Solara at Anthem, or Solara at Stallion Mountain. They all have 3-bedroom homes in the 12 to 1,500 square foot area. Oh, and one feature I've forgotten is if you are looking for a gated community, this is obviously not going to be the community for you. Now, safety is a relative thing. All I can tell you is that when I lived in Sun City Summerlin, I didn't have any issues with safety, and I very much appreciated the 24-hour roaming security. Well, I think that's about it for the tour. I will tell you that whenever I return to Sun City Summerlin, I kind of wonder why I left. Not that I am unhappy with Sun City Anthem where I live now, but I could easily live in Sun City Summerlin again with no hardship to myself whatsoever. Again, if you need more information, I'd highly recommend going to milliefine.com. She has all the floor plans there, multiple property searches, many photos, and additional information. For those of you that have stuck around to the finish, I thank you very much and I appreciate it.